Boom! What's good, my people? We are back again for another one, and this is the one and only Mystelics Vlogs.
Damn, say baby.
Welcome to our Mystelics Vlogs. Welcome back once again to another Mystelics Vlogs, guys. Big up the Mystelics family out and out all over the place, guys. If you've not done so, definitely subscribe so you can become a part of the Mystelics family. And of course, subscribe and click that bell so you can get the vibrations when they come through right there. And then give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that as well, guys. That of course will definitely call on the algorithm to push this video further and further and further. So give this video a thumbs up right there, right now, right there, guys. Anyways, with that said, guys, we have been continuing the story of Mehul Choksi or Chokshi. There's different variations of spellings for his name apparently. We're not exactly sure what it is, but based on the Indian individuals, it's Choksi. That's how they spell it. So let us get into the vibrations right there, guys. Of course, they're trying their best to send him to India. They say that there's a jet coming from India and it's going to land in Dominica to pick up this guy. But before we get into that, guys, let us read this article right there. There's some information I want you guys to pay attention to that it might be vital in understanding what exactly is going on. Is there some fishy business? Which apparently seems to be the case right there. If you read lower down, you see something rather interesting right there. We know for a fact that Choksi has already informed his lawyers he was kidnapped, physically abused and transferred to Dominica. So it seems like he was abused in Antigua and of course transferred to Dominica against his will. But guys, this is where it gets interesting right there. It states Antigua law enforcement agents, meaning individuals from Antigua, and 2 agents from India kidnapped the gentleman, which means that the police in Antigua knew exactly what was going on. This is not any side vibes or anything like that. They kidnapped because law enforcement in Antigua were involved. Therefore, Antigua law enforcement agents, multiple of them, and 2 agents from India kidnapped the gentleman, covered his head with a bag, and forced him onto a vessel, then rushed to Dominica. They stated that things are elevating and updating. The Indian agents who were sent to Antigua, apparently from India, obviously, to assist the Antigua police in kidnapping Mr. Choksi. These 2 agents are currently lodging at where? Fortune Hotel in Dominica. You see how interesting this whole situation is, guys? And then we're hearing that Gaston Brown is saying that this is going on an investigation. We don't expect him to say, yes, we did it. And apparently, keep in mind, the Indian journalists also had a meeting or an interview with the Prime Minister Gaston Brown himself, and he stated this very thing right there.
Last evening, the Antiguan government told us that how he left Antigua was a subject of investigation.
Now, guys, my thoughts on the whole thing right there, guys, is how did he leave Antigua? And it is a subject of investigation, but it seems like the police of Antigua was involved. So how does Gaston Brown not know exactly what is going on with his police force, then utilizing the very police force that helped abduct this guy, quote unquote, unless these Indian agents, knowing that Choksi was in Antigua, decided, hey, let us team up with some police officers secretly and decide to then kidnap the brother. But then the question here is, how did he manage to get on a yacht to go to Dominica? Apparently Antigua doesn't have any coast guards. Coast guards to say they're kidnapping somebody that living out, unless they probably knew what was going on. Obviously I don't expect Antigua government and the police officers to say anything, but that is what has been reported to certain individuals right there, and that is what we're reading. But obviously, guys, there are 2 sides to a story. There is Choksi's story, and then there's the Antiguan Prime Minister's them story and the police story. What makes sense out of both stories, guys, is that how did he end up leaving Antigua without nobody noticing? That is the very interesting question right there. How did he end up Dominica? Coast guards didn't pick him up. There were government officials in Tukari who picked him up on Sunday, the very same time that he was missing. Now, guys, understand me right there. If somebody's missing, doesn't it take 24 hours to report that person is missing? Or is it just in certain countries that rule applies? Sunday self he went missing. Sunday they pick him up in Tukari. Interesting stuff, ain't it? Anyways, guys, let's continue. 2 agents are currently lodging in the Fortune Hotel. Interesting. Another good question that must be asked right there, guys. Should there now be any doubt or spin doctors denying Prime Minister Kerry's involvement in getting Choksi kidnapped, apparently? Why members of Special Branch, which is directly assigned to Prime Minister, were in Tukari to pick up Choksi? We were able to identify the members of Special Branch who accompanied Police Commissioner Cobbett on that extraordinary rendition mission. Mr. Louis, the farmer's son, who resigned from the police force and found his way back into the cesspool of a police force, was on the mission, Makwisa. So guys, you can probably tell that there's some fishy vibes going on when it comes on to this brother, and I suspect there's a reasoning behind this. If they don't get their way, it gonna backfire on them, especially the CBI program. Now guys, on the Prime Minister of Antigua side, he stated that they were gonna remove the citizenship from Choksi and made the story that yes, because of that he was trying to escape, but apparently we found out that he was kidnapped. He stated that they were gonna remove the citizenship from Choksi because of what he did in India. What Choksi did in India was a bad thing, yes, but you guys gave him the citizenship. That means you did due process, which cleared everything, or supposedly cleared everything, and thus allowing him to get the citizenship, which when he got it, he completely revoked his citizenship to India. If you think I'm joking, take a listen to this.
I believe that this is legally impossible because as per section 9 of the Indian Citizenship Act, the moment my client acquired the citizenship of Antigua, he ceased to be citizen in India. So now as per Universal Declaration of Human Rights and International Covenant on Voluntary Repatriation, he can be repatriated only to the country of his origin, which at the moment is Antigua.
No guys, I could be wrong in this, but my understanding of how people can actually revoke citizenship is if people doing crimes, and not just crimes, you know, but dangerous crimes in that country. Therefore, how then can you then send him back to India? Based on what you just heard there, he completely denounced his Indian citizenship and took on Antiguan citizenship. So the only place they can send him back is to Antigua, not to India. Therefore, he has bypassed and beat the system because of the CBI program that you guys have been doing. Giving people all kind of willy-nilly passports. Dominica is same thing. All kind of people. The amount of criminals that have Dominican passports and diplomatic passports as well too. So it is you guys' fault, not his fault. He beat the system. He understood the system and he beat the system. Not that is a good thing that he did in India. He revoked that. Therefore, the responsibility is not in India. It is to Antigua, which he did no crime. So how then can he revoke citizenship? But I know a number of persons who have done crimes in America, who were not born in America, who gained citizenship, and they have to stay up there. They don't deport them. The only thing, and I could be wrong guys, the only way I know they're deporting people from the United States is if they have green cards. They're not full citizens. Because if you are full citizens, you totally denounce your other country. If Dominica and America are at war and you were born in Dominica but gained citizenship in America, you have to fight for America, you know. You're not fighting for Dominica, you have to fight for America. They read you your oath and everybody have to say the oath. The loyalty is to America first. Everybody else is after. This is why you gain citizenship. And I understand people have dual citizenship. But anyways guys, let's continue right there.
So legal teams are doing whatever best they can at such a short notice in Antigua as well as in Dominica. And I'm sure that legal position is that he cannot be repatriated to India. India's got no say in it. He has to be repatriated to Antigua. And also in view of the fact that we have an Antiguan High Court order that any request from India to Antigua cannot even be processed. So the basic principle of law being you cannot do indirectly what you cannot do directly. So we are dealing here with a human being. It is not a game of chess. My client is not some pawn that he would be placed here and there as one desires. It has to be as per his legal right. So I am of the firm understanding and I believe in the rule of law. He has to go to Antigua.
So he has to go back to Antigua, not India. He forsake India or whatever crimes. That is what he calls it the past. I'm not saying that what he did in India was good, not at all. But you guys gave him the privilege for him to become an Antiguan citizen. And you can't just revoke his thing. He didn't do any crime in Antigua. So how then can you take away citizenship from him because of what he did in his country? And you did due process for him to allow him to get the passport. I don't understand this craziness there. Anyways guys, continue right there. The battery of lawyers comprising of Wayne Nordy, Wayne Marsh, and Cara Shillingford Marsh, and Julian Prevost have petitioned the court and obtained an order of the High Court in Roseau to stop the chief officer from repatriating Indian-born fugitive Mule Choksi from Dominica. Not only that though guys, but the Indian guys stated that they have a petition in Antigua, so they cannot expedite him to India. They cannot do that because he's an Antiguan citizen. You see, there's a lot of things going on right there, guys. And if he gets to stay in Antigua and he sues the government and Dominica government for trying to do this very thing right there, guys, trouble for the CBI program. And they know this. This is why they have to make sure that this thing goes through. Because if this brother decides, hey, I come in and backfire and swore you for you kidnapping me, for beating me up and all kind of things, when this happens to all you, let me continue. Anyways, guys, if all that said, what a lawyer stated that he went about 7:30 a.m. on May 27th to have access and was denied to speak. Anyways, when he finally got to his client, he noticed that his client was severely beaten. His eyes was also swollen and had several burnt marks on his body. Interesting. He reported to me that he was abducted at Jolly Harbor in Antigua and brought to Dominica by persons whom he believes to be Indian and Antiguan police on a vessel he describes to be about 60 to 70 feet in length, and arrived on Sunday in a location he was not familiar with, and the following day, Monday, he was taken by the Coast Guard police to a location in Roseau. Interesting stuff, ain't it? So one, the lawyer saw him and saw that he was severely beaten based on the marks and stuff that was on his body. And two, Choksi also admitted and stated that he was abducted by who? Police from Antigua and Indian officials from India, and taken on some boat and brought to Dominica, some location he didn't know. Anyways, guys, with that said, they blocked the repatriation of Choksi from Dominica to Antigua. The lawyers did that right there, guys. Now, this is the order right there, guys. This is the draft order. Of course, it was blocked upon hearing these individuals, Mr. Julian Prevost, Mr. Wade Nordy, Mrs. Cara Shinford Marsh. By the way, congratulations for your marriage. And Mr. Wayne Marsh, attorneys at law, for the applicant, Mr. Choksi. Right there, guys. Choksi, whatever is his name. And upon reading the certification, you know, blah, 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 expatriation, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, go down. Right there, it is ordered that the Attorney General and Commissioner of Police, whether by themselves, their servants, agents, and or representatives, be restrained from depriving the applicant access to legal counsel and legal representation. 1, 2, that the applicant be allowed to meet with his legal counsel forthwith, right now. 3, the defendant be restrained, whether by themselves, servants, agents, and or representatives, from removing the applicant from the Commonwealth of Dominica until further or other hearing of this application. And this order is to serve immediately on the defendants by email and fax, and in person, and the head of immigration at the Douglas Charles Airport by email and fax. So no airplane can come inside and take nobody. This matter, of course, the fifth one, will be heard urgently at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. in the forenoon of Friday 28th. That's today. Liberty to apply, and of course, the applicant number 7 has conduct of this order right there. So they blocked it, guys, and today he is actually in court. Sometimes the court cases just go long. That hopefully that happened already, and they will see what is happening right there. I also read another article stating that he is going to be sent back to Antigua. I think that was the Dominica Prime Minister stating that he will be sent back to Antigua. That, of course, is why I believe that if anybody had to be sent back anywhere anyhow, it had to be from Antigua, not Dominica. Don't come and put Dominica on you talala. I don't know if they make some kind of bet or something, or getting some money or whatever. Stop all your dirty ways, man. Send him back to Antigua. If you have to send him go from Antigua. Then again, they say a jet plane was coming from India to come to Dominica to come and collect him. No, send it to Antigua. Don't send it to Dominica. That's my whole point in this whole thing right there, guys. But if it doesn't happen, guys, and if he gets to stay and he decides to sue all you for trying to breach the OACS and CARICOM because he has an Antiguan passport, and mark you, he is indeed a Caribbean citizen. And if he decides to sue the government, both Dominica government and Antigua government, for the harm that done to him, as well as breaking the code of a citizen, CARICOM citizen, both in Antigua and in Dominica, to then kidnap him, boy, you deadly boy. And if he decides to sue all you, you know that is trouble, right? You know that is trouble. So this is why they have to make sure that he leaves. Because if he sues all you in trouble, boy. Ooh, all you in trouble for the very thing that all you cause all yourself with the CBI program, bringing all kind of people inside. You want to pretend that you want to send people, go, how you doing that there? Eh? You take the man money, get the man money, and you want to send him back. And mark you, it's not to say it was so far apart, you know. In 2017, he got the passport, Antiguan passport. Early 2018, he left India to go to Antigua. It was same early 2018, they brought all these charges against him. So you had to know that there was some kind of fishy business going on. If all he was doing due process, all he would have known these things. And don't try to act as if all he didn't know. Nonsense. All he saw it fit for you to try to get a criminal to then try to send him back. You can't send him back to the... Where you going? You're not a citizen of India. Repatriated to what? The man not a citizen of the country anymore. Don't come and put that in Dominica. Stop all your dirty ways, man. What Dominica doing in that? No, all you implicating Dominica now. Because all you harboring a kidnapping and all you knew this thing. You're harboring a kidnapped person. That means you are an accomplice to the very crime right there. Stop all your dirty ways. Anyways, guys, if all that said, I talked plenty today. If you have thoughts in the comment box below, guys, let me know what you think about the situation. Do you think he's going to be going back? Do you think he's going to be going back to Antigua? What is the whole situation you think will happen as a result of this present interesting, mysterious situation right there? It's about Mystelics once again, guys. Be real. Tell the wicked people, stop their dirty ways. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notifications. Why? You can get all the videos as they come through. Give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that as well, guys. Be real, be positive, and tell the wicked people, stop their dirty, stinking, nasty, smelly, nasty ways. With that said, guys, definitely stay prayed up.
Damn, baby.
Welcome to our Mystelics Vlogs.
One day I will blow. Something we gon' show a constant uphill battle, but it's also filled with some beautiful moments.